You see a rainbow, but it's actually not there. It is light fracturing itself. You understand what we are saying? So, here you have the pure consciousness as a ball around you. As we come in, it starts to take shape. It starts to take form. And it will look perhaps like little squares, all multi-dimensionally moving. Does this make sense? Then as it comes in a bit further, it starts to take the shape of atoms, and then you will see little balls jumping all over the place, no matter where you look. Then it starts to come in a little bit denser, and now we are at your auric field, which is created in this dimension a physical light, because before that is non-physical light, and from the light comes form. From the light comes sound. Now there is a sound to this as well, and it is what is called the Shabbat. And many of you would be experiencing a high-pitched sound through your ears. Anybody here doing that? Yes. This is pure consciousness. As it starts to come into physical light, there is a sound that brings it in. Those atoms moving together is making that sound of the Shabbat. You see what we are saying? Now, when you allow the pure consciousness out, it's going to be a vehicle for you to see beyond the physical. You see what we are saying? And this is part. And she is feeling the pure consciousness come up in her heart, which is beautiful. Because this pure consciousness will transform any denied, repressed emotion in a moment. So let it come, dear one. Because this will move inside out through the emotional body, the physical body, and the mental body. Because this pure consciousness has made all of those bodies. You see what we are saying? Now, many of you have needed to anchor yourselves in your earth, and we suggest you still do that for your physical bodies. But we actually ask that you anchor your mind and your consciousness in your heart. Because the more you can anchor your consciousness in your heart, the more this will allow the opening. Because understand, this pure consciousness out there is wishing to meet the pure consciousness in here. It is magnetic. And this is what is truly happening to each of you. Does this make sense? Another question?
Into the microphone.
Yes. Okay, we'll go with what.
So, just one moment.
Yes.
There are many beings, gurus, who can transform themselves and transport themselves, walk through walls, find themselves on other places on the planet. This is their secret. Knowing that they are that pure consciousness beyond any physical sight. And allowing themselves to materialize as a holographic image somewhere else. Now, it does not mean that their physicality goes there.
Like a television screen.
It's like a television screen, yes. It is a holographic image. This is how I appeared to Starlight. Through using my pure consciousness, coming into this dimension, and allowing a pixelation of my consciousness to enter. You see what we are saying? All right.
I think that was the confirmation I was looking for my other question, but I'll ask it again. I had a meditation last week in which I felt your energy come in, and I was just wanting confirmation of that, I suppose. And
well, what did you feel?
You teaching me certain, basically guiding me towards something coming up.
All right. And did I tell you then it's coming up in May?
No, but you have mentioned May before.
All right, and I will mention May to everybody, come what may. All right. Come what may, is everything is coming in May. May is going to be a major crossroads for each of you. Now, this cannot be confirmed in physical manifestation, but it can certainly be felt in the heart. Who here has been feeling either anxiety or excitement running through their body? Yes. You know something is coming? Yes. Well, it is yourselves. And we will leave that there. However, the pure consciousness of your very existence is going to be making itself very obvious to many of you in many different ways. Now, there is going to also be upon the planet in the month of May physical, undeniable sightings of other beings that cannot be denied anymore. Now, what they require from you is you to have the courage to surrender to this pure consciousness, because this is how it works. They come into physicality based on your imaginations and the projections you have made of them. We will put it another way. What you term aliens or star beings, because they are very aware of the pure consciousness and they use it like I did to manifest themselves in this dimension. Now they are going to be projecting what you believe to be their form. But like you, they are beyond that form. Do you understand what we are saying here? Because in truth, your pure aspect we cannot put into any form. You are formless. You are everywhere. You have decided to bring yourselves into this form with 2 arms and 2 legs and a head. But you are also seeing some amazing things. Recently, children being born with 2 heads. That has been that is not a deformity, that has been their wish. In fact, as souls, to try and get humans to expand themselves into the knowledge and to the reality, if you like, that you can come in any form you choose, because you are not separate. So, in the second half of this morning, we are going to be playing, as you will, with your pure consciousness. And we will be inviting the star beings in for you to have physical contact with. Because the 5th element can create anything from anywhere. You see what we are saying? Does this assist you?
Absolutely.
Oh, Mart. All right, another question. Yes, dear one. Hello. Lovely to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you too. I would like to ask you about the blueprint of your life.
Yes.
Because sometimes in my life I have make decisions, but I could have made another decision and my life would have turned out in a different way. So how is that from where you're seeing it?
Well, this is the exciting part. This can also be, how shall we put this, the tragic part as well. Because most human beings have not realized what they have been creating from a very limited potential, from a very limited blueprint. And this has caused you a lot of suffering. Because even before you come into this physical manifestation, in your mother's womb, you are picking up all her belief systems, all her self-judgment, all her denials, all her illusion. But understand, you have wanted to experience this creation. Now here is the thing, humanity has needed what we have called the karmic gridlock to get them used to being in this physicality, get them used to feeling actually quite powerless, and there is power in that because you need to feel the powerlessness before you can appreciate the power. So humanity has been going through the experience of powerlessness, and you have all done very well. A+ to each of you. Now you have learned all about that. Now it is time to get back into reality. So what is happening, this karmic gridlock where you have been going around and around and around with your lessons, with your judgments, trying to find your way out of there. Now many of you are standing at the edge of the karmic gridlock, ready to come into what we term kinetic consciousness. Now, kinetic consciousness is being fully in the present eternal moment, no past whatsoever, no future at all, because they are illusions. Being completely in kinetic consciousness where you can choose in the moment everything you require. Now, here is the cosmic joke. When you are in that state of pure consciousness, you actually realize you require nothing. All that struggle and striving and abundance workshops, manifesting here, manifesting there. You see what we are saying?
I think I've done it all.
You've done it all. Very good. You need to do it all. You need to go down those roads. Get in the vortex, they say. Well, you can be in multiple vortexes if you choose.
Yeah, I've done that. But sometimes when I'm just in this pure consciousness and I don't even want to make decisions, it's annoying. I have to make a decision about anything because it's like, it takes me away. But I have to do it in my daily life. I have to make decisions.
All right, this is a good thing. This is a good question. Because this is the teeling part of this. Surrendering to the complete eternal now moment, knowing everything will take care of itself. But because the beings you are relating to are nowhere near that, they are still in the karmic gridlock, going around and around and around. You need to give your pure consciousness, that divine intelligence, permission to make the decisions for you. Now what we mean is, you could be standing in a shop and you have to decide, do I get the red one or do I get the blue one?
I do that all the time.
Yes, you see. And what do you usually do, dear one? Get both?
Yes.
You see, you didn't even have to make a decision, but you are still in that old habit of trying to make a decision.
But it's so annoying for me. I find it so annoying. It's almost annoying to my brain. I have to do that.
Yes, it is annoying. All right. What we want you to do is each morning, give permission to your pure consciousness, your divine intelligence, say, please make all of my decisions today.
I do that. I actually ask.
Feel it radiate out. Because understand, the mind still believes it has to make choices.
I know.
When you get this frustration in your brain, just send light to it. Send love and understanding to it. Now, when you do get completely into your divine intelligence, and the men in this room will not like this, you will not even need your GPS. You will have this thing called intuition that knows exactly where it needs to go. You understand what we are saying?
I do.
Do you like that pioneer practitioner? All right.
But my heart has really been, during this process where I moved into my pure consciousness, my heart has almost, it's hard to explain in words. It's sort of been...
You cannot explain it in words, so don't even try.
Okay.
Again, this is the mind trying to put reality and all of existence in a box. It cannot be done.
But when I feel with my heart, it's really a happy feeling. It's like I take my brain out of the equation and feel with my heart. It's a completely different
Alright.
life I've got.
Yes. We are going to put it this way. You are constantly told, if nothing else, to just relax and breathe. Did you ever consider that you are actually being breathed?
No.
Did you ever consider that it's pure consciousness that is the force that is breathing through you? You see the difference here. That tiny aspect of you, that 1% that is your mind, says, I must breathe, I must have this physical experience, I must do this, I must do that. Did you ever consider that the breath you are breathing is pure consciousness? That it is doing the breathing for you? That you can completely let go and know that breath is going to move through your body without any effort, spontaneously, with love and grace. You see what we are saying?
I do.
So you are actually being breathed. How does that feel?
It's amazing. It's a different feeling.
It is a different feeling, yes. It is a complete surrender, is it not?
Yes.
And that allows that joy and divine current to move through your body with no effort. Omat.
Omat.
A question, yes, bro.
Thank you.
Omat.
My question is regarding, it's similar to what you just answered there for Jane, but it's, say if I wanted to buy a new car,
Yes.
do you go and look for the car or you just wait till it turns up? It's a short version.
Well, this is interesting because most of the joy you get out of buying a new car is going looking for it. Do you understand what we are saying?
Yeah.
Then when you get it, you get used to it after a week and now you're looking at other cars. Does this make sense?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
But if it's a little bit out of your reach and you go, oh, it's just hard to find and should I do this? It's going to make a lot of struggle to do such a thing.
Well, you have just answered your own question. If there is struggle involved, it is not the highest path for you. You understand what we are saying? But we are more interested in why do you want the car?
It's not actually a car that I was looking for, but it was
Alright.
a good example of an easy one for everyone to understand.
All right. So where do you think this desire is coming from?
From the beach. My desire is to be at the beach, so that was the question. Because I live in the trees, I want to live on the beach, so.
All
But I
right.
can live in two places at once, so
Yes, you can.
yes.
Now here is the thing. When you're at home lying in your bed, because you have had that tangible physical experience with your 5 senses, through pure consciousness, you can put yourself back there. Now here is the other thing. How many beings here are having dreams that are so real? Yes. Because what you're doing, in fact, is using your 7th sense. You are putting yourself in other places, in other scenarios, feeling the physical aspects of that. So you are using your 7th sense to put yourself in another dimension, in another plane of consciousness, as you sleep. Because this is part of your natural state of awareness. Now you can do it when you're awake. You see what we are saying?
Yes.
You can actually be in the surf, brother, while you're sitting at home amongst the trees, having a full, tangible, physical experience if you choose.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd do that, but I'd like to do it physically in both ways.
He wants it both ways. All right. We will not go into that too much either today, but there is nothing wrong with wanting it both ways. Or 3 ways. What is that you call it here? The eternal triangle? What is it called? It's all right. We are having jokes with you that perhaps you are not willing to admit. All right. That is all right. We like you to laugh. What we are saying is anything is possible. Now, it is interesting. You have actually been all doing it the difficult way. As we said, there are teachings out there, and we do not dispute them because they are very tangible, that are telling you to get in the vortex, to get your car, get in the vortex to go live on the beach. You understand what we are saying?
Yep.
But this takes effort, this takes dedication, this takes discipline, and a lot of frustration, and a lot of doubt. What we are saying, if you can surrender to your pure consciousness that is connected to everything, it will do it for you. The car will appear outside the house. You will find yourself suddenly living on the beach because it moves energy, it transforms consciousness. You see what we are saying? You are still trying to do things and obtain things in the physical through the physical. It's too hard, brother.
So what if I could do that tomorrow and just go with the flow, but what if you've got work commitments, families and all that sort of thing where you go, I've got to do this, and they're I'm looking after people, so I'm happy to do that. So it's a service that I do, so it's good.
All right, you allow pure consciousness decide how this is going to manifest itself. It is divine intelligence. It knows exactly what it needs to do, but it always needs to begin with you. So when you allow this pure consciousness out and in, breathe it in, breathe it out into your auric field, which is a huge magnetic force for manifestation. Inspiration is just going to appear. Things you could not possibly even think you desired are going to appear. There is no effort and struggle. There is no searching. So the mind still believes that it has to work, it has to support everybody. You see what we are saying? And in this structure, yes, it does. But if enough of you start to change and open yourselves to pure consciousness, you are going to turn this world on its you-know-what and actually start to live from truth and manifesting in the moment that you require it. You see what we are saying?
Yes, I do.
But you have to have the courage and the belief and the trust
Yes.
to let go and surrender to it.
Yeah. I understand.
Now it is interesting, and we give you an example because you all need examples of this. When Starlight followed her pure consciousness, which said, leave everything behind and come to this region of the world with nothing, and she did it. She was then asked by the pure consciousness to stop all work. She was on her own with 2 children, no family, no house, no support. And she went into terror but knew that this impulse needed to be followed. And she said to us, what do I do for money? And we said, do not worry about it. So she went and sat on her bed for 6 months, receiving our messages. And quite miraculously, people from all over this country sent her money in the post. People she hardly knew, people she was not expecting anything from. That is how pure consciousness will work.
Okay, sounds good.
So expect some money in the post, brother. And let us know when it arrives, because that thought has already gone through pure consciousness, because we wish you to feel it and believe it. And we will do whatever it takes to get you to surrender to this.
Thank you very much.
Thank yourself. All might. All right, we will return after this intermission. Know that you are power beyond any thought. Know that you are power beyond any emotion. Know that you are power beyond any human law. You are exquisite. You are eternal. Start playing, even if it is just with yourselves. All might, all might, all might.